All right, we're back to talk about The Mandalorian Chapter 14, The Tragedy. Oh my god. My name's Paul, with me is Hank.
Hello, I'm Hank. You know this episode's going to be a good time because they call it The Tragedy right up front.
Oh my god. It was like, so I watch this every week with Erin. Because she loves, like, we both like Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Her more so, I would say, than me. And like, we both really love The Mandalorian. So first of all, I was impressed because they went to Tython right away. And I was saying last week how there's probably going to be a filler episode or something. No, they went right away. And it's a weird late title card-ish where he's like, okay, we found the temple or whatever, but we're going to have to fly there like without the ship, basically. He sets his ship down because it's a mountainous range or whatever. I think he says we're gonna have to go with the windows up or windows down or something, and then it like shows him flying with Grogu.
It just like hard
using
cuts.
His jetpack.
It just hard cuts to him in the jetpack because they got shit to do. They don't have time to show his land.
Yeah, and then it's like the tragedy or whatever, and me and Aaron are like, "Oh my god, what?" The first thing we were like, "Oh shit." Like, this is bad. So the one thing apparently about this episode is that it apparently has like very little written in the script. Like, apparently the script basically said something like the basic stuff, and then it's like action ensues or whatever, and there's just like a whole shitload of action. So the big things here is we go to Tython. Grogu sits in the center of the like ruins or whatever to meditate, and this weird force thing goes everywhere that kind of like is protecting him while he meditates and is like sending a signal or something into space. We don't really know.
Yeah.
The big thing here is Boba Fett arrives with Fennec from season 1 and is like, I want my armor or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, you're not getting your armor. Then they get attacked and he steals the armor anyways.
Yeah.
And what ensues is him brutalizing stormtroopers to the point where their fucking masks are breaking and just like tearing them apart.
He's just got this fucking like basher,
like a hooked
spear.
Hooked basher thing.
Just like smashing stormtroopers in the face. Like, he doesn't shoot any stormtroopers until he gets his armor. He just hits them all in the fucking head.
Yeah. This whole
and, like,
episode is them fighting stormtroopers together, and then Moff Gideon coming down, stealing Grogu, and then leaving. Literally, whole episode.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best episodes I've ever seen.
Sends down the
It's
fucking
cool.
dark troopers. Fucking
The Dark Troopers.
black stormtrooper robots.
Yeah. So stupid. Everything in this is so stupid in the right way.
Also, this episode was directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Yes. Yeah. Which is great.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole bunch of fighting. It is
Yeah.
whatever his name is as Boba Fett. I can never say it properly, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. And just that armor looks so bad compared to like the new Mandalorian armor because it's all beaten up and shitty and old and green.
And then, like, all the paint chip. It's so good.
Like, it just looks so bad. But the best part about it is that he's fighting the dudes as with his weird hook spear with like an acorn looking thing at the end of one end and like a spear at the other end.
Man.
And then he looks into the ship. He's like, okay. And then the next time we see him, it just has like the music twang or whatever. And he's just dressed up as Boba Fett. And you're just like, oh, fuck, here we go. And sure enough, he absolutely destroys everything because he's Boba Fett.
When he fires his fucking rocket at the stormtroopers trying to get away, and it hits one ship and then it crashes into the other, and he's like I was aiming for the other one.
Yeah, nice hit or whatever. He's like, I was aiming for the other one. Also, his fucking voice is so, like, his accent is so weird to hear. It has this, it doesn't sound like any accent that is normal on Earth. So it has this weird, like, twang in it or whatever. I don't know. I really like his accent to just being this weird space dude. It's awesome also having Fennec back because she's fucking great in this. And like, it's neat.
I love to like introduce the house you survived. She has like a little like Velcro patch on her belly
covering,
and it's like all gear. It's all like pistons.
So like apparently he rebuilt her or something. Yeah, it's weird. It's also weird that she's just like, I belong to him now, essentially. It's like, oh, well, all right. That's a weird way to put it, where she owes him her life, so she's forever in his debt.
Yeah.
And then it ends with like, I am in your debt. We're both in your debt now to the Mandalorian. It's like, wait, what? What are these rules you guys are coming up with? Yeah, I don't know.
Very committed to the deals they make.
They're super committed because the deal was that he would get the armor back if he helped him protect Grogu, and Grogu is not fully protected. So until he's back, he's in their debt, which is dope. I'm ready to see more Boba Fett for sure.
Like,
especially
honestly, it's like just enough explanations. Like, fine, okay, I'll roll with it. I don't need more than this.
Yeah.
It's great.
Nobody needs more than that. We're all stoked to see more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Nobody cares. They're like, yeah, give me more.
I'm not here for like deep characterization on Boba Fett. I'm here to see Boba Fett do cool shit, really. Like, he just has to be there and be cool.
Yes. I guess like the big thing also is that it ends with Mando going to seek Cara Dune's help, who took the offer to be a New Republic marshal or whatever, or to work as a New Republic officer. So she is kind of reluctant. She's like, I have rules or whatever. And he's like, they took the kid. And she's like, okay, well, everybody loves Baby Yoda, so of course I'm going to help you.
We get the scene of Baby Yoda in prison, like force choking.
The little cuffs.
Oh, his fucking the handcuffs they put on him.
His little handcuffs.
They made tiny Baby Yoda handcuffs just for him.
It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, it's
just fucking.
That part's great.
They just walk in and he's just like force choking these two stormtroopers. And they're just like waiting for him to get all tuckered out.
Yeah, it's so cute. He gets all sleepy. Oh, Grogu. I love Grogu. But that's really all we see of him. Although they stun him and it's hilarious and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
They just do like a little stun on him and shackle him up. It's so funny.
It's like, oh no, but look at his little handcuffs. It's
yeah.
Like the gambit of emotions.
Yep. For sure. Also, the big thing also is that they're going to break out Bill Burr's character, whose name I don't remember, out of prison to help get Grogu back.
Yeah, because he can give them like the information to find Moff Gideon.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, like not a whole lot of really exposition stuff happens here. This feels more like part 1 of 2, or probably 3, depending on how this goes.
Yeah.
Where this is the opening for the end of the season.
Yeah. Like I assume the next episode they'll break that guy out, and then the last episode will be the Baby Yoda rescue.
The big thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I hope we get to see more Baby Yoda and his little handcuffs, though, because it's too cute. It's absolutely too cute. I can't handle it.
I know I've seen something that had like a joke of like, all right, better get the baby handcuffs. I think it was The Simpsons.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, it's kind of interesting that they did go the way with Cara Dune, where she becomes a New Republic officer of some sort. It sounds like they might be doing a spin-off with her as well in that role. Or they've been thinking about it, at least. I don't think anything.
They're planning like a shit ton of new TV shows. So
they're planning an Ahsoka spin-off with Rosario Dawson, and I'm so here for it. It's ridiculous.
I'm so stoked. Yes. No.
Yeah, that's
like,
so good.
She was so good, and that really did feel like a backdoor pilot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised they're doing that. Like, it would be a waste if they weren't, honestly.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Like, it's unfortunate.
It's so funny how, like, many times Mandalorian, it, like, has to go back to Grogu and say, no, we gotta go now. And then he, like, can't get him out of that force. Like, well, I guess I'll defend you. That scene happens, like, 4 times or something, it felt like.
So there's a weird fan theory on TikTok, of all places, where the same thing, the same force field happens when you meditate in the... oh my god, what the hell is that called? The Star Wars game that came out last year. The Force whatever. I can't remember. Let me look it up here. The one that kind of played like a... Not Unleashed.
Was it Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Anytime you save in that game, you meditate, and this weird, like, force field thing goes around you that looks exactly the same. So there's this fan theory on TikTok right now that Baby Yoda is saving his progress.
Oh my god. That's so good. That's so good.
So, it's really fucking funny. And so, like, all this stuff is going to happen, and then he's going to return through the forest back to that moment at some point. And so if they have the balls to do that, they are, like, they just sold me on Disney Plus as long as they exist, as far as I'm concerned. If they have the balls to go through with something that dumb, it would be the best thing ever. But yeah, it's weird. He's in like this force field thing, and the Mandalorian just like keeps trying to go through it, and it keeps pushing him back. I swear to God, I thought for sure that they were going to do the thing where the final time he was able to get through somehow. Nope. But nope, they kept to their guns where he just gets thrown aside each time. And then the minute he leaves is when they come down to get him, because of course.
Well, and he took his jetpack off like a fool.
Right, and he took... Yeah. Why didn't he put it back on after they got attacked?
Because he's dumb.
He's a dumbass.
And
for sure.
And plot convenience.
Yeah, and plot convenience. I mean, plot convenience more so than anything, for sure.
Yeah. I love that the stormtroopers send down 2 ships. Like, you get the 1 ship, and then they kill all those stormtroopers, and they're like, well, send more stormtroopers. Gotta send down another one. The exact same ship.
Yep.
Also, when they blow up the Mandalorian ship, that's fucking good.
just completely, just shattered into a million pieces.
Yeah.
Not putting that one back together anymore.
Nope.
Thank God that...
The spear survives.
Yeah, the spear survives, and thank God we have the Boba Fett classic Mandalorian type ship, so that's neat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That, like, flies in a vertical orientation, which is the stupidest thing. It's so dumb, but yeah, it's so good. It's hard to discount it.
No, I just have so much nostalgia for that thing. Like, I can't.
Sure. Yeah, it was cool seeing it again, fly in, for sure. I still think Boba Fett just looks like a weird fat cosplayer compared to like the actual Mandalorian, and it's great. Yeah. I really like it. I really like Fennec being back, because I didn't think they did enough with her for how much they built her up in the first one of being like, she had a bounty on her head for like a shit ton of money because she was like one of the best snipers ever or something, or an assassin. Seeing her actually like fight in this, and even though it's like kind of cheesy, she just like jumps in the middle, and then in the middle of the air, like turns around and starts shooting as she's falling down. It's so fucking cool. Like seeing her fight in this was fucking great. And it makes me...
She's one of the few characters like that they didn't get to come back from last season. And like, I feel like they're giving everyone who was in last season who didn't get a chance to come back another shot. Like Fish Dude. They gave Fish Dude another shot.
Yeah.
So Fennec definitely deserved another chance if fucking Fish Dude is getting another episode.
Also, in the Bill Burr episode, everybody else that was also in that episode deserves another shot of Fish Dude's in there.
That's true.
Because, Jesus Christ, I can't believe Fish Dude is even... like, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's great to see Fennec, so that's awesome. Especially now that, like, Boba Fett and Fennec are in his debt, as long as, like, we need them to be for plot conveniences. Mm-hmm. So that's great. You know we're going to get some Bo-Katan shit again at some point. So I'm sure, like, it's going to be so cool to see her and her weird little pack of Mandalorians, the Mandalorian, because I can't remember his fucking name ever, so we just call him Mando. And Boba Fett all together is going to be so weird and awesome.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he'll even be able to talk to her about, like, his dad or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to go on, but I'm super stoked for it. I hope we get that episode thing, like on the last episode or even in the next episode, where it's just everybody that we know and love together fighting against Moff Gideon and the Empire, essentially. Mm-hmm. The, like, mini Empire that's re-rising. That would be fucking awesome. Also, we need more Grogu.
I'm always more Grogu. As long as he's not
his
eating
tiny Star Destroyer. Yeah.
It's the Star Destroyer Mini. The Star Destroyer Light.
The Smart Destroyer. It's like a smart car, but, you know. Less gas. More mileage.
This episode ruled.
It's so good. And it's unfortunate because it's like when we're talking about it, there's not a lot of things to talk about in it because it's all visual, just like fan service, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's Boba Fett stabbing people and smashing their helmets.
He's so fucking brutal.
I know.
Just breaking them apart like they're robots. He's just so mad.
And he has a rifle, and he never fucking uses it.
Apparently that dude, too, has been, like, wanting to reprise his role as Boba Fett for as long, like, for the last 20 years, essentially.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm stoked for him that he got to do this.
Because it was all set up for him to be a Boba Fett, but all he got to be was Jango Fett, who nobody cares about.
That died, like, in the next movie. Or did he die in that same movie that he was introduced? He died early.
He died in that same movie.
Yeah.
He died in 2, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm so happy for him, though. Knowing that, like, he actually got to do something.
I mean, he fucking rules in this episode, so...
And theoretically, he's probably going to rule in the next one, or whatever else other one he's in, totally. So... Yeah, I don't... And then seeing more Fennec is great.
I love this show.
Yeah, it's easily the best thing that Star Wars has been put out with the Star Wars name on it for like 10 years, right? Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, what's the last good, really good thing?
There's
with Star Wars?
Like stuff in the new movies that's like the final battle in Rogue One is fucking amazing. Really.
Yeah, but
I don't like
Rogue
the
One
script.
come out?
Oh yeah.
26. Okay, 4 years ago. That's actually closer than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, they've released these new movies in a pretty condensed timeline, which I think is part of the problem with them. As movies.
Maybe. Every year.
Like, they didn't take enough time on the scripts, but
yeah. I'm just thinking if there's anything else to talk about with this episode. Apparently Tython is like a important part for being like the first Jedi temple or something.
It's like, it looked like Jedi Stonehenge.
Yes. I don't know anything about it though, but apparently it's been like in some other things, so who knows. But yeah, that I really really want Boba Fett to talk about what happened. Like, I want him to just... Oh, no. There's that one part where he gets hit flying away, and he's like, not this time, or whatever, and he flies back. in this episode because, he fucking almost died last time.
Yeah.
I really love that they made a comment on that. It's really fucking stupid.
He got hit in the head, in the back by a blind man. God,
yeah, I don't know. It's so weird seeing
that part,
these
but
people
it's so
back.
dumb when Boba Fett gets taken out.
I still hate
Return of the Jedi.
I still hate his stupid back shooty thing, his missile pack. It's so dumb.
I love it. It's so dumb.
What like the 70s thought the future would look like.
He's got to bend over.
Yeah. Although I will say it looked dumber when the Marshall dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
I mean, he's whatever. He's the Marshall.
The Marshall.
He was doing it on stuff on land. So
and he bent forward like fully.
Yeah, at least Boba Fett's shooting a ship out of the sky, so you just have to lean forward a little. You just have to make sure it doesn't clip your head. It's like the big thing.
Pretty much.
Because you have that helmet on.
Why is his targeting system so bad? It's like early VR, like the early Virtual Boy.
I mean, also, like, that armor's fucking been through hell.
Yeah.
Like, that thing
just looks so ugly in comparison. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing the next thing that we're going to get is probably Grogu being tested. Like, we're probably going to get more of, like, them doing something or maybe even finalizing something, like, to build into next season, right? Now that they have Grogu, I'm sure they're going to, like, actually be more of a threat somehow because they're going to do something. They can't just keep being... It can't just keep being one dude chasing them around for, like, 3 seasons being the giant threat here. That's ridiculous. So
yeah, I don't know where you'd go with long-term plot for this show.
I don't know either. Yeah, I have no idea.
I just hope this doesn't just all lead back to like Palpatine and like making snow clothes. That would be lame.
Wasn't that like? Didn't they confirm, or was that a fan theory that the Palpatine in the last episode or whatever, the last movie, was a clone? Like, if this goes into that, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
Yeah, I don't know.
It probably will, though.
That might have been like in a book or something.
Yeah. Ugh. I feel like I'm gonna puke thinking about it.
All I really know about that book is that when it like describes Rey and Kylo Ren's kiss is like a kiss of friendship or something.
Yeah.
It's not a romantic
I have that
kiss.
with all my friends too, of course. Who doesn't have their kiss of friendship?
Bad.
So stupid. I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about is that they showed the Darksaber activation.
Yeah.
And you're right, it is basically like a lightsaber machete. So
yeah.
It was neat. It was neat seeing that like thing come out and be all like or whatever and like crazy. I need to like look into the Darksaber because the Darksaber has actually like a huge lore associated with it that I just don't know about.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read into it at some point. But
I think it's like Clone Wars stuff. The TV show.
It has something to do with Mandalorian. Like it's one of the first like Mandalorian things.
If you had, like Bo-Katan had the Darksaber when she was like leader of Mandalore or whatever.
Yeah.
Or trying to be the leader of Mandalore or something.
Oh, actually, I just read a quick blurb about it as I looked it up here. It was created by the first Mandalorian ever inducted to the Jedi Order, which is why it's extremely important for Mandalorians specifically.
Yeah.
So it is a super weapon, apparently. I'll read more about this at some point.
I'm close to watching Clone Wars, but every time I've tried to watch that show, it has not clicked with me at all.
It's made for kids, and even though there's cool stuff in it, some of the writing gets to me. Like, and the look of it in general, I'm not a huge fan of, but I can get over that, I think. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty close as well, but there's something about it that makes me shy away from it as well. Yeah. And I don't know what.
I feel like the thing I should most watch is like the end of that last season they did recently. Because that's what people say is like the best, is like super, like the last 4 episodes of that season or whatever. That's like a movie.
Well, Star Wars Rebels specifically, right, is what they say.
Well,
people should
that
be watching.
last season, or that like season 7 or whatever of Clone Wars that they like just put out this year.
Oh, okay.
Is the other thing, because that has like Ahsoka. That's like about Ahsoka stuff. So
yeah, gotcha. So they have confirmed season 3, right, for this show?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they have as well, but I wonder like how long this goes on for. Because even though it's a great show and it could last for a long time, I would kind of like to see it end in a cool way before it overstays its welcome. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with it. Still,
yeah, I'm
this
torn.
Is only the second year.
Yeah, I'm torn because like I also would like it as a thing that was just on all the time, but yeah, I don't want it to. I don't want it to become bad.
Right.
So,
especially because this is considered canon, which is what scares me a little bit. Where it's like it could go on forever, but then you get a bad writer to do one episode, and that's now canon. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could, if it was just like a weird space western forever though. After they finish with Baby Yoda, I'd be fine with like the Mandalorian doing a thing every week.
Yeah,
I'd be down with that.
Like I'm almost hopeful for like when they have more shows that as long as they can have at least fucking one of them that doesn't have as much like pressure on it, that could just be fucking cool Star Wars shit.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be like plot pushing forward all the time. I don't know.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool if there was more arcs too. Like, what if the Mandalorian was basically Star Wars Forrest Gump, where he just existed during all these really crucial moments? Like the creation of Snoke.
And then this is the Mandalorian, and that time he was on an adventure with Chewbacca.
Yeah.
And someone threw a moon at Chewbacca, and Chewbacca died. Or whatever.
I really like the idea of the Mandalorian being Star Wars Forrest Gump.
I think Chewbacca is... Chewbacca is kind of Star Wars Forrest Gump already. But also, kind I guess, like, C-3PO kind of is too. I don't know.
He was a nice man. Called himself Snoke. I don't know whatever happened to that gentleman.
Oh man, I do like the idea of someone who's around who just has no fucking idea, like of any of the grander plot stuff.
They said her name was Rey. I always thought that she was a neat child. Wonder whatever happened to her. Yeah, that would be pretty great. Actually, it'd be pretty good. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about this. This is the episode that I've been waiting for because I think I even said like 2 episodes ago, where's Boba Fett? They did something with him. Like they teased him and he still hasn't shown up. Well, here we go. So I was excited to see it.
Finally paid that off. And
it sounds like they're going to for maybe another episode or 2, at least another one. So
yeah.
It's good. Dude, it'll be a bummer if they kill him off in this. And that was the end of Boba Fett.
That's how Boba Fett died. like Boba Fett dies, and then it just instantly cuts to like it's like the end of fucking Mass Effect 3 with the kid being told a story by an old man. It's like, and that's the story of Boba Fett. Doesn't finish any of the rest of the plot.
Boba was always talking about shrimp.
Just hard cut.
The joke there for people listening is Bubba in Forrest Gump.
Boba Gump shrimp.
Anyway, Bubba Gump. Boba Gump.
Baby Yoda should get some shrimp. He deserves it.
Baby Yoda should eat whatever he wants after dealing with what he's dealing with. He should be allowed to play with any, I was going to say any balls, but any orbs that he wants.
Baby Yoda should be able to play with any balls he wants.
Yeah, poor little guy. It is like seeing a cat like get kicked or something when they like stun him. It's so bad.
I mean, look, it's not as bad as when like dude punched him.
That's true. Yeah. It is really great seeing him fight off 2 stormtroopers though, using the Force. Oh my God. So good.
I want Baby Yoda to be unleashed.
Yeah, the Force Unleashed. This is the game we needed.
Force Unleashed, but it's Baby Yoda.
I can't wait to see
dual wielding lightsabers.
Yoda.
He's got a white lightsaber in one hand, the dark saber in the other. They can't actually hold them. He's just using the Force to like twirl them around next to him.
Oh, that would be great. Be actually great though. Wow.
He's just like hovering.
Grogu in Soul Calibur 7 when?
Oh, hell yes. You put it him and regular Yoda, and Grogu's like half the size of Yoda. If Yoda does a high attack, he doesn't hit Grogu.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to see what they do with them. It's gonna be great. Just another few hours, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, so another 12 hours probably for me, but you know, still. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you have any final thoughts before we should end this? So, before we go?
No, Boba Fett rules.
Boba Fett rules. All right, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Peace.